You're watching Yasi.
By the way, okay, before we start, I just wanted to talk about something.
Okay.
We've had a very tough week, you know, dealing with a lot of negativity because of, and I'm just gonna wear what guys usually wear.
Yeah.
You know, and if that's what the viewers want, then I guess, you know, we will have to go for it.
Customer's always right, right?
Yeah. No lah, joke you, fuck you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, bitch. Yes!
Okay, you can call me anything you want. Call me anything you want. I've heard it all before, bitches. Call me anything you want. Now let's start proper. What are we talking about, bitch?
Das has been rocking this beard.
Yes. Because last time I used to, you know, do the chili powder thing on the face, and then I contour it with turmeric.
Yes.
Now I save time.
Nice.
Yeah, I grow a permanent beard, so it's always contouring. Look at my side profile.
There will always be a distinction between neck and chin. And you know, there's actually been quite a few, like Xiaxi has talked about this, Eunice Annabelle's talked about how to deal with negativity. I mean, great that you've watched their videos, but really when you look at us, we know what
negativity is. Can't you tell? Everybody has something to say about us. Be it the way we look, be it the way we dress, be it the way we speak. You know? And it's okay. We are okay with it. And I think we have dealt with negativity all our lives.
And it's not cause we're so confident and we've always been so brave. Okay, the strength that we have now, the reason why we can laugh about it and be all like about it is because we've gone through so much shit. We've gone through so much turmoil. We've gone through so much emotional stress with our friends, with our family members, but most importantly with ourselves. We've dealt with this so many times, and now we've rose above it, and we want to share that with you. How do you deal with negativity?
No, I think most of the time I think now I take a lot of pride in being me.
Right.
You know, when I was in secondary school, primary school, I always chose the safer route. Okay, so if everyone is doing this, I'm going to do that so that I don't get made fun of. And even then, I still got made fun of, you know. And sometimes I just feel like, oh, if only I just was myself, I would have been able to get used to this quicker.
Like, I had people calling me Bapok when I was in secondary school, even before, which, okay, for people who don't know what Bapok means, it means what, gay or like flamboyant, right?
Yeah.
And they'll make fun of me, oh, Joshua is this, you know, and like, but that was at a period where I didn't even know what my sexuality was. I was so confused. I was just the kid who was drawn to these things. And I like dance, but why is dance suddenly a gay thing, or being in the choir a gay thing? Or if I like Britney Spears, why does that mean that I'm gay or what? Like, it was just so confusing, and it's during these years, and I'm sure you guys feel that way too, when you're being bullied and made fun of, at these years when you're trying to understand the world, and you're fresh off the whole Disney phase where you're like, life is beautiful and fairy tales and we're gonna fall in love, and I grew up in a very Christian environment, so there was a lot of like rules and like oh, there's hope and all that, and then next moment all that was just crushed by how mean people are, and I was just so confused during that time, like, why are people so mean to each other?
No, and the thing is that sometimes I wonder why is all this happening to me, why I wasn't just born as this person who, you know, is perfect or it's mainstream. Right? I'm the Indian kid. I was the sissy guy in secondary school.
Yeah.
People made fun of me. And the thing is that I dealt with it very differently, and I'm really not proud of myself, because how I handled it was fire with fire. So you bully me. Before you bully me, I will bully you.
Right.
Before you say something negative to me or insult me, I'm going to start insulting you. So I use that as a defense mechanism, so you won't fuck with me.
That's pretty fucking badass. So you take all that insecurity and you put it to your fist. And just, or your mouth, like, in your case.
Yeah, in my mouth, cannot fight off. So I'm not very proud of that, because I think that, you know, you don't do that. You don't stoop down to the level of the bully and start insulting them and making fun of them and start bullying people.
So you don't agree with what you did?
I don't agree with what I did, because like I felt like I should have just ignored these people. You know, a lot of times when people bully you, right, in secondary school, your teachers say ignore, your parents say ignore, and even your friends say, don't worry about it. When they say ignore, it doesn't mean that they are making your feelings invalid.
Right.
They're just trying to tell you not to let it affect you, one, and not to react to it.
They just want you to not let it get to your head, because don't give them the power to do so.
There was once in secondary school, I was made fun of, like, so people were making fun of me so much to the point that this friend of mine, who I thought was actually a decent friend, he started mixing around with those people who made fun of me. And then what he does is that after school, he texts me normally, asks me what's for homework and all that. And when no one is around, he talks to me normally. But the moment he is with his friends,
group, he changes?
He changes. And then I was very confused. And you know, the thing that really affected me the most was, like, I felt that he was embarrassed of being my friend. So he couldn't bear to just be nice and treat me normally in front of his friends. I started hating myself, I started loathing myself for being me, but it manifested through hatred for people in general.
Yeah.
I just hated people. It was very hard for me to trust people. It was very hard for me to meet new people because I feel like every time I meet someone, I'm the subject for insult. You know, I'm the subject for like jokes that y'all are gonna laugh at my expense. And even doing PE, you know, I was so insecure about like putting on a singlet, not because
I had that. Yeah.
not because I had like I was plus size or fat or anything. It was just because like, oh, now I'm in a different outfit. What are you gonna say?
Right. You're gonna come up with something to make fun of.
Okay. Like, so I'm not sporty. I'm not like that rugby player. Or I'm not that football player. Dealing with negativity, right? If someone insults you, take the high road. I'm not saying you have to ignore it and like let them insult me. Go and talk to the person like an adult and say, do you realize what you are saying? Can you imagine if I was your brother, if I was your sister, and you say these kind of things about, you hear these kind of things said about your family members, how would you feel? You know, sometimes the person will realize, they'll be embarrassed, they'll stop. But many times they don't.
Yeah.
Then fuck it. Sometimes when you don't react at all, that's when you regret. I should have said something.
Yeah.
I should have stood up for myself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, don't throw a tantrum. Because, especially in school, if you go and punch the person, you know you're gonna get in trouble.
Right, now it's gonna be your fault, and now you're gonna be the monster that you wanted to fight.
Yeah, and then like, what are you gonna say to defend yourself? Like, oh, he made fun of me so many times, and then I lost it and I punched him. You are still gonna get punished. No one is gonna listen to your side. As soon as you get physical, or you start like, you know, dropping F-bombs and being vulgar, you are the one who's taking all the attention for this situation.
Be the solution that you want.
Yes. And when you see someone getting bullied in school, be it verbally, be it physically, stand up for them.
That's right.
Don't be that person who waits for other people, they never say anything, so I think I just better keep quiet. No. If 20 of you or 10 of you, even 5 of you say, hey, you better stop it, if not I'm gonna get you in trouble. Say that.
Yeah.
Don't have to be physical. And another thing that I think is so important for the bullies, and for people who think it's okay to make fun of people, don't do that, because it really, every time you insult someone, it picks away on their spirit. It really, really does. And they become very, very damaged towards the end. And I think what's so most important is when you're a victim of bullying, you have this empathy for other people who get bullied. And I lacked that empathy because I felt that was the right thing to do, to bully back. But then I realized that if you guys try, just go and try, to talk to someone new in school, to talk to someone new at work that you have never spoken to before, during recess, if you see that kid sitting alone, go and talk to him. Don't let anyone sit alone or have to deal with 10 years down the road when they talk to their family or friends about, oh, what do you do in secondary school? Oh, I had no friends. Don't let that be their story. Like putting out a video, we can't control what you guys are typing. We don't know who you are. We can't stop you. All we can do is just read and go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's what they think. But when we came into this, we realized that this was what's going to happen. People are going to make fun of us.
We did. We had a little sit down before we even shot all the episodes. And we said, I think it was you who told me, like, Josh, you know we're gonna get so much shit for this. They're gonna call us every fucking name in the Rolodex. They're gonna make fun of us. Are we ready? And we just laughed it off. We were like, bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Because we like ourselves. We get ourselves. You know, we've been living, you're 27, right?
Yeah, I'm 27.
We've been living with ourselves for the past 27 years. Everything that you can imagine that you can want to call us, we've already called ourselves that 100 times over. And the very fact that we're still alive and smiling and making jokes and shooting videos for you is because we have risen above it. Risen. We have risen above it, okay?
Yes.
Alright, so I hope you enjoyed our video. Remember to subscribe and thumbs up this video. And of course, the comment section is wide open for you to keep the conversation going. Apart from all the usual hate that we get, we also want to thank the people that have been defending us. Because every time there's like a hate comment that someone makes fun of us, there's always a bunch of people who jump in and they defend us. Thank you for doing that. You don't have to do that.
But please do it, because I'm very tired to reply all this message.
But when they start attacking you, please don't let it get to your head. And we cherish you and we love you. And it's so weird to call you guys fans, but because we're like, I feel like we're on the same like level.
We are friends that we haven't met yet. We haven't met
we
yet.
haven't met. I like that.
Yeah.
We're just friends that haven't met yet. Okay. And if at some point you see us on the train, because that's been happening by the way. Like I'll be on the train and someone will Insta message me a photo of my back. Just come out and say hi. We're really nice people.
Yes, if you can recognize me outside this outfit, just fun fact, I don't wear a sari when I take public transport. But I think it's very important that you realize that we are accessible people.
Yes.
We are no different from you. We are no different from you. And if we can overcome all these things that we have overcome, we should be nothing to you.
There you go. And one last thing. We released a video about finding love on Tinder recently. I thought we would start getting more matches or people would come up and start like giving us like, hey, want a date? Like that has not happened.
It's not happened.
At
So can you
all.
please see us and give us a pity match on Tinder?
Yes, and let us know in the comment section below if you want to date us. Say which one, number 1, number 2, and where lah. We'll
Don't
just
say
show-
that, later we start fight way. Later got more ones than two, then I become sad.
Okay.
Don't say that.
If you want to date one, you date both.
I still don't want that also.
Okay.